Alright guys, in this video we're going to look at Module 6.1, the building blocks of the web design. So once you've gone in and you've worked through all of the slides for this module, you'll see the assignment on slide 7. I'm going to pull up the directions for you because in this assignment we're actually going to be copying and pasting a lot of these, a lot of this HTML code. So you're about to create a basic web page with a title, a header, some text, a numbered list. We're going to select a text color, and then we're going to look at the text formatting, the text alignment, and an image. So it tells you to read the directions very carefully, so we're going to keep them up so we know exactly what we're working on. So step 1 says we're going to select and copy the HTML code below. So we're going to highlight all of the information below, and it wants us to copy it. This can be done one of two ways. So you can use your keyboard and hit Control-C for copy, or you can right-click on it and just click copy. Step 2 says for us to paste the HTML code into the text editor on page 6 of the 6.01 lesson, and then it's going to have us change the highlighted areas in that HTML code. Then it wants us to hit the source button so we can see the web page, and then we're going to take a screenshot of it and then save it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into that lesson, and it told us it was on page 6. So here's where it's telling you that you can copy and paste into this source editor. So down here under section 2 is where we're actually going to paste that text that we just copied. Again, you can do this one of two ways. You can hit Control-V, or you can right-click on it and just hit paste. Now, you'll have to remember that a lot of our HTML stuff does not go in with nice pretty colors when we're looking at this source code. So you might want to look in advance to see exactly what we're going to be copying. I have a printed copy here so I can just walk through it. So the title of it is going to be my last name, or your last name, and then your first name. And then again, we're going to enter our name again. And then a sentence that describes you and 3 of your favorite things are. So a sentence that describes me could be, I am a teacher at Carolina Forest High School. And then my favorite 3 things are, so my first favorite is, my favorite things to say, I love my 2 children. My second favorite item could be my favorite color is green. And then it says insert color here. And then my third favorite item is going to be my favorite number is 23. Alright, so then we're going to come down here to view this source right here. So we're going to toggle into HTML, and we're going to see exactly what we created. So the next step in our directions is for us to take a screenshot of this. Again, this can be one of two ways. My personal favorite is in the search bar at the bottom of the screen. I like to use this snipping tool. So that's snipping, S-N-I-P-P-I-N-G. And it wants us to go in and take a screenshot of what we created. So you'll click on New, and you'll notice how the screen kind of like has a little film over it, and then the mouse changes to that plus sign. We're going to go in and just highlight over what we've created. And then you'll notice in the snipping tool that it's given us a screenshot of that. So I'm going to minimize this for now, and I'm going to go back into our directions so I can show you exactly what we're working on. So at this point, you've done everything here. I'm not going to save this screenshot because we're going to be posting it into a Google Doc. So part 2 is you're going to be writing a reflection. Understand that the reflection is 50% of the grade itself. So you need to make sure that you answer the 3 questions that are here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go open up a Google Doc. And then we're going to post our screenshot, and then I'm going to copy and paste these questions so I can answer them in there. So I'm going to go in and open up a brand new Google Doc. And because I haven't copied and pasted anything in between taking my screenshot, I can go in and right click and hit paste, and it's going to automatically paste in my screenshot. Alright, and then the next step we're going to do is go in and I'm going to copy and paste my 3 questions into my Google Doc. And then you can go in and then just answer the questions. So these are opinionated questions, so basically as long as you can answer them, it's pretty easy to receive those points. So question number 1 says, how did you feel about the building blocks for the game or the web design project? What parts of it did you particularly like or maybe even dislike, and why? Part 2 says, or step 2, excuse me, says, what are 3 ways to call attention to text on the web page? And then part 3 says, what is one thing that you would change to improve your finished web page? And why do you think it would enhance that web page? All right, so as long as you go in and answer all 3 of these questions and then go in and save the document properly, which we know on step 3, it tells us to save it as your last name underscore your first name and then ML or M6L1. So when you get done answering your questions, you'll just come up here and make sure you save it correctly. And then module 6, lesson 1. And then make sure that you go in and share it with me, and you have completed module 6, lesson 1 assignment.